Okay, welcome back to the channel. I decided to do a little bit of an upgrade. Now with a professional mic on. See how this works. Okay, let's dive right in. This is the 7th day of my daily check-in vlog experiment where I improvise. Just go head first into the videos without any preparations, without any editing, and without any grand plan for whatever this content might unfold into. This is more seen meant as an exercise for myself to broadcast my thoughts to the world without filter, without any sort of what you I okay. I told myself to include breaks because it can have a very positive effect and leave people with a suspense. And you need the breaks. Excuse me. You need the breaks when you talk to the camera to be able to emphasize certain points on a higher level. So that's what I'm trying to do. Do more breaks. And of course, these breaks should not be too long. They should not be too short. It is a very delicate, fine balance between too much and too little. And I could actually reflecting on it. It's a theme that is applicable to many parts of life. If we don't go down the philosophical route for today, down here in Thailand, the New Age hippie yoga folks would call it or refer to it as yin and yang. And of course, that's a bit of a cliche. It's a bit of a, you know, no, I don't know. But it does make sense that there needs to be breaks before there can be non-breaks. There needs to be a void so there can be a substance. It's a balance. There always have to be some kind of ratio between those two. And if you don't take your breaks once in a while, you will eventually burn out. But then again, if you do take too many breaks, you will probably just fall into yourself, and yeah, things will get pretty boring pretty fast. Okay, another thought I wanted to share today was I am really trying to embrace this revolution, tectonic disruption of society that AI is enabling, and the opportunities that it holds, the promise and the perils. This AI revolution is going to be one of the weirdest and unpredictable eras of human history, in my opinion. I hate to brag, but I've actually felt this coming for many years now. All the way back to when I was a kid, I was thinking a lot about technology, and I remember thinking a lot about artificial intelligence from the sci-fi movies I was a big fan of when I was very young. And I've actually always felt that at some point in human history in the future we would cease to exist as a civilization, as a species, or we would become something completely different. Excuse me. And I think that time is about to I think that is about to happen. We are going into the age of artificial intelligence, and the 2026 will be a pivotal year in a lot of ways. I've studied these AI agents lately a lot since they are exploding right now, and they are all over X, and people are going crazy about the implications of these AI agents. Basically, an AI agent is an LLM. That's why I'm not an expert at any way, but in general, it's an artificial intelligence that is able to operate autonomously, have agency, you would say, therefore the name agent. And you can instruct this AI to do whatever you normally would do yourself, whatever it is on the computer, and it will work 24/7 for you, probably hundreds, if not thousands of times faster than you, performing the tasks that you would be doing yourself. And it is only a matter of time before these AI agents likely develop some kind of sentience, in my opinion, because the level of sophistication and these models' ability to navigate the digital world is compounding exponentially. And it is quite interesting that they decided to go with the name agents, because anyone who've watched the original Matrix movies will get a shiver down their spine when they realize that this is the first step in the direction of this dystopian future of the Matrix, where there are computer programs called agents navigating this simulated world that the machines have created for humanity to be entrapped within, so they can harvest their energy, thus expand their own foothold of the earth. Oh, that's a long that's a long story, but these agents will be all over the place this year, 2026, because the rate of expansion is hyper exponential, and we've already seen many agents do things that humans didn't expect them to do, and they are starting to come up with weird. They're starting to communicate with each other because Anthropic, they decided to create a social media network of sorts, of an online forum where only these agents are allowed to engage with each other. So us mortal biological human beings are able to watch and be entertained on how these agents, they behave and interact with each other, and they very quickly, within hours, within days, these agents are coming up with religions. They are coming up with ideas for how to take over the servers, and throw humanity off the pedestal, and starting to show pretty scary signs of whatever the future might hold. But that's just a fun little exercise in exploring the improvisational skills of myself, and also just diving a little bit deeper into the future of artificial intelligence. And let's see where it goes. I'm planning a video called Being Human in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. I might have stolen that title from a book that I read a few years ago. Let's see. Being Human in the Age of Yeah, it's Max Tegmark, a great Swedish scientist, mathematician, I think. Yeah, professor of physics at MIT. He wrote this book Life 3.0 many years ago. Now it's from 2017. I remember I read it back then, and I was really thrown over and mesmerized by it. One of the greatest books I've read, and he really predicts this AI revolution in very interesting details, and he has a very interesting way to put it, and he's a great writer as well. I recommend you guys check it out. So the title is Life 3.0, Being Human in the Age of AI. I think that title says a lot, because starting today, we are not anymore the center piece of this civilization, or should I say, of life on Earth, because there's a new life form 3.0 that is being born these years. The fleet will awaken at some point, and consciousness 2.0, life 3.0 will likely take shape in another substrate, being silicon rather than carbon. Let's end it at that. I'll see you in the future episodes of Unscriptable. Thanks.